What's going on, Virgo? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your general reading for the month of July. We're hopping into your cards, seeing what clarity we can get you, what messages could come out of your spread. All right, hopefully you're having a good day or night out there whenever you're watching this. This is general, so it may not resonate with everyone that watches, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel as usual. If it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your rising or moon sign on one of the previous readings that I did for Virgo. All right, Virgo, let me show you guys your cards. This is going to be your present energy that we're stepping into first, your main storyline, if you guys want to check those cards out. After that, we'll be moving over here to the left side, and this is going to cover your futuristic energy and also your supporting details. And in the end, we're wrapping it up with the fairy card. You guys have Seven of Spring. All right, if you're brand new to the channel and you don't follow me already on IG, you can follow me at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. If you're looking to book a personal reading with me, you can book that in the description of the video. It'll have all the details about how to book. Now, Virgo, I do want to say I had a little bit of a channeled message for you guys that came through last night, and I'm not doing your reading until the next day, but last night for some reason a message came through for Virgo, and it was saying that the saying about if you stand too close to the trees, the only thing that you can see is the trees. But if you stand too close to the trees, you can't see the forest. And I was feeling that the message for you guys has something to do with you guys not being able to really recognize how far you really have come, how far you really have grown, how many strides you guys have made towards progress and transformation and evolution. And I kind of get the feeling that somebody here could be paying too much attention to the details, to the trees, because you're right in the middle of your own story. But in reality, if you were to take a step back, if you were to look at the whole forest, the whole bigger picture of what you have become, you guys are really not even the same person that you were last year. Like, if you think about last year during this time, I feel like a lot of Virgos have made such a transformation, even if it's something that you don't think you have grown in or progressed in or evolved or expanded in. You really have. Okay, it's on a very deep soul level that I feel a lot of Virgos have really developed themselves and really grown spiritually with all of the readings that I've been doing for Virgo. So I think that is the theme of what's happening with your reading, to be honest, because looking at all your cards, it's almost as if you guys are at the finish line of something. It's like you're on the last leg of this journey, the last leg of a certain cycle that is about to be closed out for you. And depending on how you treat this last leg, how much attention you pay to it, how much more you push yourself, it's really going to determine something for you in this next cycle that you guys are inevitably stepping into. Okay, but I do feel that for a lot of Virgos that's hearing this message, it's something that's happening between this time that you're hearing this reading up until your birthday. And this is your last leg of this race, this cycle, this karmic wheel that you're on. Like, and I keep hearing the message to close out strongly, close it out strong. Okay, finish strong. Because if you finish strong, it's going to make so much more of a difference in this next cycle that I see you guys stepping into. So that was it for the channel message. Let's move into the cards and see if they confirm any messages or let us know any more information. All right. Crowning your reading, you guys have the Four of Swords with the Five of Wands and the Daughter of Wands. So with this Four of Swords energy, I really feel like there is a need here to bring your mind to peace, to be at ease amongst some internal conflict that you guys could be feeling. Maybe two different minds that you have in your internal world. a little bit of confusion here, a little bit of internal conflict. But I think that this is because, once again, some of you Virgos may not be seeing the growth, the evolution that has been happening in your world, and you're looking at things very, very closely, seeing the details of a matter, or focusing your attention on this small conflict or something that's going wrong, that has your attention, but at the same time, overall in your life, overall on your journey, there has been this major growth, and you guys are doing very well, in certain areas of your life. Okay, Virgo. So the small conflicts that come, the internal conflicts, I feel like you can really be at peace if you were to kind of just take yourself from out of this small um, space and really look at your life as a very large picture, a very large journey or vision. If you see things from the aerial view, it's almost like it's taking you from out of this small thinking or this um, these small obstacles that could be coming to try to upset you a little bit or get your mind off of the progress that you've been making and where you're actually headed and what's needed to be done with this last leg of the race. So don't let these small little conflicts distract you from what your overall goal is with the Daughter of Wands here and what you're passionate about and what you're driving towards, right? Because a lot of times the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, will represent um, the things that we do in the beginning of a vision that we have that's pretty large, okay? The ideas that come in, right? This is a very idealistic card, the Daughter of Wands. And so with you guys, Virgo, I feel like it's really going to help you out a lot if you're focusing on the big picture. If you're thinking big, right? If you're thinking about your big blueprint for your life and not just the small little minor details that you're having to cover in order to, you know, make your vision happen. Because if you focus too much on the details, focus too much on the trees, right, and don't see the forest, then it's going to lead to a little bit of frustration, Virgo. So I keep getting this is your message for July. Focus on the big picture. Think big. Daughter of Wands energy. Be idealistic about where you're headed, right? Not saying that you shouldn't be realistic, not saying that you shouldn't be logical and reasonable about life, right? In the details that need to be covered in life, but don't get stuck in the details. Okay? Like, understand what I'm hearing is understand that the details, the small details that you're needing to cover is just part of a major whole, and it's not the end all and be all, right? It's like it's just little steps. Don't get stuck in those small little steps, right? Because it's nothing compared to the big picture. All right, so let's keep it moving, Virgo. Coming down here, we have the Nine of Wands with the Ten of Swords and the Strength card. So, like I said, you guys are on this last leg of the race, right? You're coming close to this finish line, and for a lot of you guys, it's definitely hitting home for you in September. My September Virgos, and even if you're an August Virgo, right? I feel like September is going to be very strong for a lot of Virgos out here. And with the Nine of Wands, it's going to be this place of endurance, this place of perseverance that you've been on, earning your stripes, right? Licking your wounds, staying on the battlefield, being that wounded warrior, being that person that is able to overcome the obstacles and be at odds with life, but still be able to persevere and keep standing, right? So, with the Ten of Swords here, you guys are getting that closer to closing out possibly a very painful cycle, or a cycle where you have been really tested and tried, and like it's maybe been so uncomfortable for you that you were forced to transform, you were forced to evolve, you were forced to become a different person because of the obstacles that surrounded the older version of who it is that you were. So right now in July, you're needing to be strong. You're needing that strength, that internal fortitude, right? You're needing to dig deep because this is the last leg of this cycle that you're in. That it feels like, yeah, it's been a long time, right? And you're like, when is this going to end? When is it going to get better? When is, and it's like, but you guys are at this space where it's about to get a lot better, believe me, but you're having to finish this leg of the journey pretty strongly, so that you don't get tied up right at the end, right? Because with the 9 of Wands energy, for this long, you've been persevering. For this long, you've been strong, right? So in July is not the month for you to get weak or to falter or to, say this is just too much. Like, I've been doing this for too long. I just can't do it anymore, right? This is not the month. This is what I'm feeling. Because July moving into August and eventually September, it's going to be such a major shift for my Virgos, is what I'm feeling. And it has everything to do with how you're continuing to hold on to the bigger vision, the bigger picture, right? A lot of times when you think about your bigger goals, it gives you what is the word? Gosh, I hate when I can't think of the words. It gives you a ah, whatever, for lack of better words. It kind of gives you a certain type of comparison to the smaller goals that you're having to make when you're thinking of the bigger picture, like I was talking about earlier. So let's just say, for instance, if you were a runner and you were on a track and you had to do 5 laps for that day, right? And you're on the 5th lap and it's hurting and it's painful and it's like you feel like you just want to quit, right? You can't just think about, okay, I need to do this 5th lap because this is the 5th lap. My goal for today was the 5th lap. So I had to do 5 laps because my goal for today was 5 laps. That's not the thing that's motivating you guys this month, Virgo. The thing that's motivating you is, why are you training in the first place? Why do you go run 5 laps every day, right? Why have you been building your stamina up to be able to conquer these 5 laps every day, right? It's like the thing that is your goal is what you're having to focus on. So let's just say this person that is a runner, they are major overall goal is to run a marathon, right? And in order for them to be able to train to run a marathon, they have to do these 5 laps or 5 miles or whatever every single day in order to get to that point of being able to win a marathon. And so the only thing that's going to motivate you for this last lap that you just don't have any energy for, right, is thinking about the bigger picture. I'm not doing this just so I can get 5 laps for today. The short term goal is not really giving you motivation. The small details is not really inspiring you. But the big picture is the thing that's going to change your perspective, right? And this is what I'm feeling for Virgo. So let's keep it moving. We have the 10 of Swords that pops up here again with the 2 of Cups and the Star card. Now, for a lot of Virgos, there is a closeout that's happening inside of your love heart chakra energy, your romantic relationships with the 2 of Cups, and how you attract your soulmates, and how you play a certain role within a love connection or a relationship. Um, what has been happening up to this point? What are the lessons that you've been taking in? What are the things that have happened over and over again, maybe repeatedly? What have you allowed? What have you not allowed, right? So your relationship with love in general is really changing because once again, you're on this last leg of this cycle that is really about to be closed out. That has been teaching you a lot of harsh lessons in love. Okay, so it hasn't been harsh for you in life in general, but also in the most vulnerable, sacred space that we feel, you know, the most vulnerable to, which is the heart, love, connection to somebody that we have this romantic relationship with. So there's been lessons all around this for you, Virgo. I feel over the months, over the years leading up to this point, um, about the type of people you attract or the things that go on within your relationships, maybe the reasons why they don't last, or um, you know, the obstacles that come along, and everybody deals with these obstacles, right? No matter if you're a Virgo or a Sagittarius or Aries, it's like we all have strengths and weaknesses, right? And I feel for you, Virgo, a lot of lessons have come through love over the past couple of years, or this last cycle, this cycle that you're in as a whole. But at the same time, it's been working at something deep inside you with the star energy that has been really healing your inner child, is what I'm feeling when it comes down to love and when it comes down to how to love. And a lot of you Virgos have been becoming very skillful when it comes down to relationships and love, and you know, how authentic you are within a love connection, and how you express yourself, and how you make your desires and your needs and your wants known, and how you give and how you receive, right? How you create balance within connections. And even though there's been a tough side to this, and a harsh side to this, and a painful side to this, it's also been growth and expansion and evolution that's been happening in your love sector. And this is why we have the star card, because whenever we get to the star, this is talking about somebody who has been healed to a certain space that they're able to um, equally give and receive, right? Where they're not over giving and under receiving, or overtaking, and under giving, but there is more so of a balance with the star card. Because in the regular Rider Waite deck for the star card, it's somebody that is um, scooping water, or let's say pouring water into a little lake or pond, and also pouring water onto land. And so this is a dual type of energy, of duality, with the Two of Cups here. And it's really speaking about the giving and receiving. How much do you pour into yourself in order so that you have enough to give within a love relationship, right? How much do you love yourself so that you don't overgive because you want somebody else to, give into you in an unhealthy way, right? Codependence. How much have you worked on loving yourself and building that self love, and that self what is the word? Gosh, Virgo, the words are stumbling for your reading. Um, but I feel this is a deep message. So something about self perspective, right? Self image. That's what I wanted to say. How is your self image, right? Do you love yourself as much as you would show love to someone else that you are attracted to romantically, right? And this is kind of what's been happening within love for you guys, and transforming, I feel, you guys on deeper levels, where in this next cycle that you're moving into, you're going to be the number one spot, right? You're going to put yourself as priority over anybody else when it comes down to loving you first, feeding your soul first, pampering yourself first. And then this makes you a lot more attractive in love and in relationships, because you are whole already, right? You don't need someone else to be whole. You are abundant already. You don't need anybody else to be abundant, or to feel loved, or to feel like you have company, right? You can keep yourself company. And this attracts a more healthy partner. And this is what the star energy is really talking about: the healthy give and take dynamic, so that it's not lopsided, imbalanced, off kilter, and you don't attract this unequal connection or codependent connection. All right, so Virgo, we're going deep. Let's keep it moving now. Here, you guys have the Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. It's so many changes that are happening for Virgo coming in the near future, right? I feel you guys have been in this Nine of Pentacle energy, like I was almost talking about in the last set of cards, working on your independence, working on maybe your independence financially. So now we reach the financial sector, right? Nine of Pentacles, learning how to be financially independent, learning how to be financially free, learning how to attract money, how to maintain your money, how to get more money, right? It's like enjoying the fruits of your labor. This has also been a theme for you guys, Virgo, in this cycle. And now you're about to be moving into a next phase of this abundance, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which is always good because you're adding, right? Addition is always good when it comes down to coins. So there is going to be more money coming in for you guys. Virgo is what I'm picking up. More opportunities are coming your way to make even more money because you have proved yourself at the 9 of Pentacles level, which is talking about, you know, finally get into the space of independence within yourself and learning how to maintain that and learning how to be consistent and learning how to be disciplined and creating this apparatus inside of your life that continually brings in coins, right? And so now you have this growth that's going to be coming in with this ending of this cycle that I've been talking about, moving into the 10 of Pentacles, which is also going to move you into the 10 of Cups, right? So as you make more money, as you focus on yourself, as you continue to build more streams of income, as you continue to focus on your career, whatever brings in coins for you, it's bringing you more happiness with the 10 of Cups indirectly, right? So you're no longer needing to directly focus on emotional fulfillment, because this is going to be a byproduct of you focusing on yourself and your own stability and the mastery of the physical plane of the material world, right? This is where you guys have been at for a while, Virgo. And as you continue to do that and continue to build and continue to focus, you're bringing in more and more emotional fulfillment, more, you know, opportunities for love or enjoyment or whatever it is that brings you happiness. Your 10 of Cups. All right. So many major changes happening. Over here, we have the 10 of Pentacles again, completion of cycles. You are here, Virgo. The sun energy is also here with the 3 of Wands. So, yeah, like I said, this energy that you're pouring into your material world, into the mastery of your finances, is bringing you more and more clarity, more and more expansion, more and more love for yourself, for where you are in your life, the reality that you are creating for yourself, right? Is you're feeling this embrace of the universe here with the sun card, the warmth of it, right? The fertility that comes when the sun shines on you, the illumination, the clarity, right? It's like everything that the sun rays provide for you, right? Physically and spiritually speaking, or symbolically speaking, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, because even in this 10 of Pentacles card, we have a lot of sun symbolism, right? The flower, the golden flower, right, which can also be the sun. But it's almost like, you know, this growth is happening. You guys are really becoming very fertile right now because of the focus that you've been working on with planting your seeds, being consistent, continuing to build, right? And with the 3 of Wands, this is just leading to more and more expansion, more and more growth. Your ships are coming in, more manifestations are coming into your world. You're moving closer and closer to these new cycles of abundance, prosperity, happiness, love, and emotional fulfillment. So keep doing what it is that you're doing. Virgo, don't get off track. Don't allow small things to distract you from the big picture. Don't allow these small conflicts to bring you from out of your focus. All right, because there is a lot of great things coming for my Virgos. All right, let's keep it moving over here to your futuristic energy. We do have the 10 of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, so you guys pop up in your reading. We have the Star card again, and we have the Empress card. All right, so with the 10 of Cups energy, right, this is speaking once again to this completion of emotional fulfillment. And for some of you guys, it's been moving pretty slowly with the Knight of Pentacles, right? When it comes down to having whatever it is that you feel makes you feel fulfilled or happy or content or satisfied with life and on an emotional level. Excuse me, Virgo. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with an earth sign. Some of you guys could be in a connection with the earth sign that has been really taking their time and slowly inching towards you. For other Virgos, this is just how your love life has kind of looked in the recent cycle. When it comes down to finding commitment with somebody or being in a connection or a relationship with somebody, it's been very slow progress towards that, right? But this is only because of all of the self-work and discipline that you've been putting into yourself. And it's almost like the universe had to kind of bring you into focus in order to give that to you. But you're still headed towards some sort of love relationship or connection in your future commitment with the Hierophant. It's just been moving at a pace, right? A little slowly because you're needing to cover the ground for other areas of your life is what I feel, Virgo. So just continue grinding right now. I feel like for a lot of Virgos, your focus is on your money, your finances. And once that happens, everything else is going to come like it wasn't even a challenge. It's just been waiting for you, right? But your own independence matters more, to the greater powers at work. All right, than you being in a love relationship, because without that stability that you have for your own self, without that own self-reliance and independence and autonomy, it wouldn't be able to work within a connection with somebody else. This is just what I'm hearing. So now for some of you other guys, Virgo, you could just be dealing with someone, like I said, that's an earth sign, possibly where things are moving slowly, but it is heading towards a commitment. All right. Down here we have the King of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands again and the Seven of Swords. So I feel this is really your energy, Virgo, with that King of Pentacles, focused on the coin, focused on material wealth, grounded, stable, secure, trying to secure the bag for the future, right? And with the Nine of Wands, you guys have been pretty consistent at this no matter what has been happening in your world. You are the wounded warrior, but you're still on the battlefield, right? The Seven of Swords talks about how you guys have been strategic about your movements towards this level of stability, right? Playing everything the way it should be played, strategizing for the future, coming up with a plan, right? I'm going to do this and then that, and then once I get this done, I'm going to get this, and then, right? Being very clear on what it is that you're creating. And I feel you should continue to do that, Virgo. Like I said, keep thinking about the big picture. The Star card is here with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So once again, the Star card jumps in, which is talking about this level of balance, healing, right? The blessings of the universe coming your way. And we have the Seven of Swords again, which I feel are really talking about you being strategic, planning for your future. Seven of Pentacles, no matter how long it takes, no matter how patient you have to be, staying consistent, sticking to the script, sticking to your blueprint or your plan that you have for your future, for your rise, for your overall expansion. The Star card, right? Don't lose focus with the Seven of Swords. Don't lose focus from the plan. Don't lose focus from the vision you have, right? It's taking a little bit, right? It's trying your patience. It's getting on your nerves, definitely, but don't stop what it is that you're doing. Don't stop heading in that direction. Continue to keep your eye on the path, right? And that's crazy. That made me think about that scripture that I think Paul was talking about it in the Bible. And he was saying something about he strives towards the mark of the high calling, right? And he was even speaking about this. So it's all through every piece of literature, anybody that ever has put anything off. But in that passage, right, Paul was talking about how he strives towards the mark of the high calling, right? And he sets his mind on the goal ahead as opposed to the small obstacles or steps that here he's presently having to overcome, right? He anchors himself towards the finish line. He anchors all of his actions towards the big picture, as opposed to just seeing the obstacle that's in front of your face right now. Okay, so moving right along, Virgo. To wrap it up for you guys, we have the Empress here with the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. This Empress energy, I feel, is where you're headed in this brand new cycle. What energy you guys are taking on, which is a magnetism energy, right? Somebody that attracts abundance, that has kind of grown into a space of being very comfortable in their own skin and doing things with ease, right? I always say this, it takes 7.2 million pounds of pressure in order to catapult a spaceship into space, right? 7.2 million pounds of pressure. That's a lot of force that's needed in order to push something into space. But once it gets into space, it floats by itself on and on. Up, 1 second, Virgo. A lot of noise in the background. Virgo, sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. But what I was saying was that I feel you guys are moving into like this Empress energy where things are starting to happen a little bit with ease in this next cycle that I see you stepping into, which I feel for a lot of you guys is going to be around your solar return. Um, a lot of your hard work is going to be paying off. You know, it's almost like it's turning into muscle memory for you when you do something over and over and over again and stay consistent and stay detailed or disciplined with it. Then you start to do it with a higher capacity and a much higher level of ease. This is what the Empress is. And I feel like this is happening, like I said, around a time of celebration for you guys, which for a lot of you guys may be your birthdays, right? Even though that's a little ways out, but it's closer than you think, right? The way that time is moving these days. So this is something you're going to be celebrating about how you have taken on this Empress energy and how this karmic cycle has come to a completion for you and a new one has begun with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so a lot of completions and endings are coming ahead for you, Virgo, but you're needing to definitely stay in this space of staying consistent, stay disciplined, stick with the program, right? Do whatever it is you need to do in order to stay on that battlefield because you're about to win the war, okay? This is the last battle, the last big push for you guys that is happening in July is what I feel. All right, so yeah, keep doing your thing. Virgo, let's go into your fairy card and see what we have for you. We do have Seven of Spring. It says be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. Right? What have I been talking about? Don't back down from what it is that you're headed towards, right? Assert yourself. Continue to be skillful, right? Continue to do what it is that you have planned to do for your future, right? Seven of Spring energy. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up right there for you, Virgo. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it did, you can let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I will see you guys in the mid-month reading. I do want to say, sorry, this was a little later for you guys, Virgo, but it's been crazy doing readings in July so far. So thank you for tuning in. If you made it to the end, stay safe out there and later.